The other day, somebody vented and said that their daughter was saying hi to someone, and that person responded and said, wow, it's like she actually knows what I'm saying. And the mom said, yeah, because she does know what you're saying. Hi, my name is Leilani, and this is my channel, Living with Eve, and in this video, I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to share with you the ugly, the truth about raising a child with special needs. Now, I don't want to turn this into a venting session, but there are some things that I just need to get off of my chest, and hopefully many of you can relate so you know that you're not alone, and that we can all just see the brighter side of things after I'm done with this. But first, I want to share with you that at the end of this video, I am going to be making the announcement for our giveaway, the winner of our giveaway. So if you entered into that giveaway, make sure you watch this whole video to the very end so you can see if you won. But like I said, we gotta first talk about this because we've got to. The biggest challenge that I think that I have, well, one of the biggest challenges that I feel like that I have as a special needs mom, watching these other kids of my friends grow up. Now, in my little social group, I tend to be one of the older ones. You know, I had kids later in life than most people, and my kids hang out with kids their age, thus the parents are a little bit younger. And we get pregnant together. You guys know that when you're pregnant, you usually have a friend that's pregnant. And you go through the pregnancy together, excited, hoping that your kids are gonna be best friends. If not best friends, maybe they'll just get married. I don't know. Those things happen, right? But as our children grow up together, I'm watching these kids run and talk and play and climb and do things that Naomi can't do. I see them moving up into their classes, whether it's at the co-op or at our congregation. And sometimes the parents say things without even realizing that they're hurting your feelings or saying something that might come across as a little bit, you know, ignorant. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault at all. They just don't understand where you're coming from. A lot of us have holes and blind spots in our lives. I mean, for example, sharing with you an example. There was a girl literally probably born like maybe 4 months difference between my daughter, and the parent made a comment and said to me, there's no one in her class her age. My daughter is 4 months younger than her. And I get it. Developmentally, not on the same level. But even though I know that, that's still a really, really hard pill to swallow. Because every parent wants to see their child, you know, excel and just play with their classmates, and so just all those things. And then when you see that your child is not up to par, even though you know and expected, it's not easy. I mean, I've had other examples where the kids play together at the playground and they baby Naomi and treat her like the baby. Even her siblings call her, where's the baby? Where's the baby? And I've had to really try and reverse that and said, big girl. She's a big girl. It starts with the same letter as baby, big girl. But they baby her a little bit, kids that are her age. Some think that she can play rough, push her down at the playground. And it's all in good fun. It's never been out of malice. But she doesn't have the balance and strength like other kids do, and they're just not used to that. And parents as well, like they say things, but it's not our job as parents to get upset. Other people, don't understand. They don't have a child with Down syndrome or autism or just any kind of special needs. They don't know how to interact with them. They know how to interact with their own children and people in their family. But when you bring in your child that has special needs, you're going to get some resistance when they don't even want to. And that's just because they're not around them enough. It doesn't mean they're stupid. It just means that we've got to show them something new in life. Like I said, we all have holes in our lives. There's blind spots in my life that people have pointed out to me. It's ignorance that I have in my life that I just need to learn more and experience more of certain cultures or even just certain personalities, or just education-wise. There's areas that I struggle with when it comes to teaching my kids. And even disabilities. There are some areas that, like if there's a child in a wheelchair, it's good to get down at their level so you're eye to eye, not towering over them. And that's something that I've had to learn. And even from when I first started this YouTube channel, and I made probably my third or fourth video, when I was talking, and I'm gonna put this in quotes, you know, why do Down syndrome people look like? Which I have learned now that it's people with Down syndrome, and understanding where that comes from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The point being is we should put our feelings aside and just learn that we're here to teach, show new experiences. I mean, that's what we're all doing anyway, right? But this is our opportunity not to just get upset. But that doesn't make it any easier. God knows it does not make it any easier. When I see another kid and they're like, oh, my child's 4 and in preschool, and I say, my daughter's 4 too, I get excited, but then it takes me a second to realize that it's not the same level. But then I want her to be playing with 4-year-olds because it pushes her up to that level. I really don't want her playing with 2-year-olds. I'll be completely honest. I want her playing with somebody at her age or older so that can push her up, but I don't want those kids to be babying her. And that is something that struggles me a lot. Of course, playground, we talked about playground. Another struggle that I have is all the time I have to spend following my daughter. And developmentally, it's taking her a long time to reach certain milestones. So those wonderful phases of, you know, potty training, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, those may have taken another child 2 months to get a good hold of. And for Naomi, it's taken a year, 2 years. It was great in the beginning, you know, when I'm watching all my friends with their toddlers running around the place, and I'm sitting back holding my daughter saying, I can socialize right now because I'm holding her. Not too long afterwards, I'm the one doing the chasing, and those parents are off in the corner socializing about their day. There's been many, many times that I have had to follow Naomi around the playground because, you know, her balance is off, and I've got to monitor her more. While my friends are off chit-chatting and I'm following Naomi. My season of this is a lot longer than most people, and it's really a hard pill to swallow. And this is when one of my philosophies comes into play. I once read that disabilities are a part of this world. They've always been a part, they are a part, and they will always be a part. And we could really make a choice. We could either lock them up or get rid of them or just embrace them. Now, history has showed us both of those things have happened. And obviously, embracing them is what most of us want to do. I mean, I hope I'm speaking for you here. We want to embrace every person, every disability, regardless of anything, really, because we are all people and we're all created in the image of God. And for some, that's really hard. That's hard to believe, but we are all created in the image of God. A lot of parents have responded by just locking their kids up and refusing to let them go out in public because they don't want to deal with the shame and the embarrassment, or, you know, a lot of these kids will blow temper tantrums and throw themselves on the floor, and the parent has to go and just it's hard. It's embarrassing, especially if your child has autism and you can't tell that they have a disability. A lot of people are not very understanding of that. I feel very fortunate that when you look at Naomi, you can recognize that she does have a disability, and people kind of expect, but at the same time, people don't expect her to be as smart as she actually is. I'm going to circle around back to that one, but locking them up because you're afraid or because you're ashamed of them is not the answer to acceptance. We've got to get our kids out there socializing, being a part of our community in order for there to be more acceptance. I always think of the one movie, we all know this one, Frozen. What did Dad do with Elsa when he found out that she had powers? I also think of the X-Men. Maybe you should do a crossover of those two. Be fun. Now, circling back to the whole screaming in public places, that actually really does happen a lot, actually. Thankfully, Naomi is really young right now, and I am very concerned that in a few years I might jump here up on YouTube and I'll have a black eye or two or some stitches, because she is really really strong. And one thing is she is very, very determined. She's a very strong personality, and her occupational therapist, her physical therapist, pretty much all of the people that work with her from a therapist, doctor point of view have said to me, yeah, this is a trait that they have. Kids with Down syndrome are strong and strong-willed, and that's actually a good thing because they need it in life, which is great. But I have to feel that, the backlash of that. Like, do you know what it's like putting her in bed? You got toddlers that will eventually listen. You know, you can pick them up, try an 8-year-old, try a 10-year-old. They get really heavy. I don't know, got to work on. This needs to be worked on. And circling back again, I mentioned that people see her in public and think that she's not capable of doing things that she is totally capable of doing. Well, there's a couple things that happen. One, she knows people don't have high expectations of her, and she tries to get away with things when she can totally do it. I haven't really hit on that one as much with Naomi, but I have hit on the things where they see her and she does something and these people are totally impressed with her abilities. Wow, that's amazing. She can walk. Or, you know, wow, she's waving at me. She understands what hi means. I'm part of like a ton of special needs and Down syndrome Facebook groups, and parents get on there and they vent. Okay, I get it. I need to vent. I'm venting right now. The other day, somebody vented and said that their daughter was saying hi to someone, and that person responded and said, wow, it's like she actually knows what I'm saying. And the mom said, yeah, because she does know what you're saying. And I didn't jump in and play high five, good job, Mom, for calling out that lady's ignorance. I kind of took a back step, and it got me thinking more about this whole purpose of us parents as being teachers. We're teachers. I'm a homeschool mom. I'm not just teaching my kids, but I'm teaching the world how beautiful my daughter is inside and out. I'm teaching the world that they have struggles, they have emotion. They're not just happy all the time. Y'all know how many people tell me how happy she is? We're in the store, she's pitching a fit because I won't let her eat grapes, right? Okay, that totally happens, like all the time. Someone walks by and says, oh, she's so happy. No, that like seriously happens, guys. I cannot walk into the grocery store without several people commenting to me how beautiful she is. Okay, I know, I get it. She's like super cute. Totally get it. And people don't really see kids with Down syndrome quite often, but when they do and they interact with them, then they know how awesome they are. They're just people. Here's another one that I get a lot of. You would never know that she had Down syndrome. Or, she doesn't have Down syndrome that bad. What does that even mean? This one's actually the biggest challenge. We spend so much time helping our kids with special needs, getting them dressed, feeding them breakfast, getting to the bathroom, going to the bathroom, potty training, trying to communicate with them, taking them to therapies, helping them cope with things. Like some of these nervous breakdowns or like things that bother them, sensory processing, man. But I don't think people realize how much time you have to spend and the guilt that comes with the time that you have to spend working with your child. The guilt, the time that I've pulled away from my other kids. But I gotta do all this stuff with her, functional stuff. And I feel guilty when I get on with the OT or meet with the OT and I'm like, I didn't do this week. I ran out of time. Potty training falls by the wayside. Teaching her how to color and do circles falls by the wayside. Sometimes with the food though, like I'll be like, here, have applesauce for lunch and dinner because I don't feel like sitting and dealing with you while you eat, or not eat, I should say. But there's so much time that I feel like I miss out so much on my other kids' lives. There is a little bit of a labor of love behind all of this. And one of the blessings is that her siblings do step up to the plate. I saw a dad when I was on vacation. Okay, this was like a bit of motivation for me. I saw a dad on vacation who had a daughter that was 6 years old that had Down syndrome. We had like this unspeakable connection, like we just got it. And he was like, she rules the roost. I'm like, yes, she rules the roost. Yeah, they seriously, they rule the roost in the house. But I saw him and his wife sitting in the water park with tons of kids around. It was like a big water park, right? He's sitting. His daughter was out playing because the siblings had taken charge. That will happen one day for me. Anyway, thank you for letting me vent. I hope a lot of you this was comforting, maybe, knowing that you're not alone and knowing that my life is not all perfect. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, or if this is your first video, at the end of this video, after the giveaway, I'm gonna put some videos like in this area, like here, and here. Check those out so you can see what we're all about. This is our journey. We are a homeschool family. I'm a former public and private school teacher. I have 4 kids and 1 with Down syndrome. I love building relationships with you guys in the comment section down below. So don't forget to leave me a comment. And until then, I will see you guys in our next video. Bye. It's giveaway time. Now, if you didn't enter the contest, you still have a chance to. If I have 50 people tag me on Instagram on March 21st wearing their crazy socks, I'm gonna do a second giveaway. So I'm gonna stick an iCard right there. You can follow the instructions on that video, leave a comment, and it will count towards the giveaway on March 21st. Right now, I have a number generator right here, as well as a list of all the names of everybody who entered the contest and left an appropriate comment. So I'm gonna make sure we have 1 to 30, because there's 30 of you guys. Okay? Is 28, and that is Love Them Well Homeschool. All right, so what you need to do is I will message you, I will reach out to you, and I will leave also in the description box my email address. You can email me your address or whatever, wherever you want me to send them, your address, P.O. Box, whatever, it works. And then, do you want Superman or do you want Wonder Woman? And you will get them as soon as I can get them to you. So thank you guys, all of you, for participating. And until then, I will see you in one of these videos or my next video. Bye.